Okay, I haven't talked about it enough, but yes, at a dance show. You know what really fucking sucked? I got like really sick a week before the dance show. And I'm like, bitch, you can't do that. Like, yeah, no. Also, let's just take that out. 'Cause that's been like right there, like all day. I've had like crazy bangs. I like tried to curl them and it didn't work. And my hair fell out of its curl. It's gonna be like whipped because like it was like all on the top earlier when I did it was the other day. It's like all like whipped on top, and I'm like, ooh. I just had to like because we couldn't poke it because it was all face cream. I finally found my face cream and I'm finally using it again. Ask No one asks, literally. Um, but yeah, I want to talk about that illness. And it's not like it was like. Here's the thing: if you're sick and you can't move, you can't get up, like your back hurts really bad, you need to go to the doctor. Like I thought, oh, maybe I just keep sleeping on it wrong, and it wouldn't stop hurting. Yeah, no, that was my kidneys. My kidneys they took an ultrasound and they said, "Oh, your kidneys are enlarged and your spleen's enlarged." So like that's why my like right here. Sorry, moving my boob. Guys can't even see. That's great. But right under, like the boob, like right where your appendix would be or your spleen would be, I guess is where. But they were like checking for appendicitis because they were like, I'm like, no, it was on and off pain. Like when I ate and stuff, it would. When I would eat, it would hurt. It just wasn't fun, and like I couldn't eat because I would throw up. I was throwing up water, so I wasn't getting fluid in my system either. And I had a fever, and but like I was shivering. Like I was shaking like this at like it was like I think 3 a.m. almost every night that I would wake up shivering, and I'd have a heating pad on, but I'd still be shivering. And then like all of a sudden I'd be dripping in sweat. Like I could feel the sweat dripping down my sides, and it was disgusting. But my dad didn't acknowledge that, and he didn't acknowledge, oh, my daughter needs to go to the hospital. And I would have, obviously I probably would have gone a lot sooner because like that Thursday I was throwing up and stuff. Because on Thanksgiving, that Thursday, this is when my back was in pain. Like I was taking medicine and stuff to help appease it, but then like I drank carbonated stuff. Bad idea when you're not feeling too hot. But I'm like, oh, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Push through the pain, because that's what women, especially my family, are told to do. Oh, it's fine, it's just cramps. And my dad thought it was cramps, and he's like, or like, oh, she's just sleeping on her back wrong. And then he took me to the doctor, and he's like, oh my god, you're burning up. The doctors had to tell me, you need to take off your jacket now. Like they're like you need to take it off. I know you're probably like really cold right now, but yeah, that needs to come off. And I'm like, I didn't take a shower in 2 days, and I was like, okay, you know, I literally my dad had to help me take my jacket off. They took two like little vials like that big of my blood, and they weren't even full vials of my blood either. It was like, they were running some tests, obviously. They put an IV in my freaking arm. Y'all can see the little discolor. Y'all can't even see it, but very small bruise there. But it was like really dark when I came back from the hospital. Or, well, it's not a hospital, it's a clinic, technically. But they were giving me an ultrasound and taking my blood and stuff, so obviously they had to have like a nursing degree. And there were doctors and stuff, but it was a culinary clinic that I went to. Anti-nausea medicine because I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And I was burning. They took my temperature and it was like practically 103. Like, it was like 102.8. And my dad was like, "Oh my god, we should have gone sooner." And I'm like, "I told you." 12 o'clock, and I'm like, "Dad, I need to go now." And my back was killing me, like, and they even offered, they're like, "Sweetie, do you need a wheelchair?" And I'm like, "No." But, like, I, I, I had to get up, and they're like, "Hey, can you take a urine sample?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Because, they're checking me, because they were saying, "Hey, does it hurt when you pee?" And I'm like, "Actually, it kind of does a little bit." And another thing, if it hurts when you pee, one, drink a lot of water, two, go to the doctor. Like, you don't want to be in that pain. Like, my urine didn't really hurt that much. Like, I'm like, oh, maybe, obviously, I thought, my pee was starting to smell a little bit. And I thought, oh, that's, obviously, like, it was darker and, it didn't smell too nice. But I'm like, oh, that's probably just because I wasn't drinking enough water. So obviously I tried to drink more water. Because, like, I was at my friend's house and I drank nothing but Capri Suns and Sprite over there. Because they ran out of waters a lot of the time. But I was trying so desperately. And it was bad all around. This is non-acetone nail polish remover for artificial nails. And I'm like, these are real. Honey, these are real. These, didn't believe that I had real nails when my dad asked, "Hey, which one do I freaking get?" Because there's like a million freaking little bottles like this. And he's like, "It wasn't like it was $1." And I'm like, "It was $1, wasn't it?" He's like, "Yeah, it was $1. It's no big deal." And I'm like, obvious reasons. I'm like, "Dad, come on, man." But I said I was gonna, do a get ready with me on Thanksgiving, but I couldn't wear makeup. My face looked like this for a good few days. This was me. I went to the doctor looking like this. Like, I still had, like, but, oh god, that does not want to come off. Oh well. I don't want to waste it. And the guy, he kept saying, you should have come sooner. You really should have. Sorry, I have nail polish under my thing. And I'm not kind of mad. I really like sleeping on the floor. Is that a bad thing? I honestly don't know. But they kept saying you should have went sooner. Like, if you were, like, throwing up and you couldn't get food down. Like, I starved myself. Like, that Saturday, they gave me an anti-nausea pill. And I was like, oh, I don't feel nauseous anymore. It was more my back still hurt. I slept on the couch that night still. My brother still had to stay up and take care of me. And obviously I felt really bad because I made my brother, he had to stay up for an ungodly amount of hours. And my dad was like, "Michelle, you go upstairs and sleep." And, like, I couldn't sleep upstairs. Because, like, it was just, like, I either had to go pee constantly or, like, I was gonna throw up. And I threw up multiple times. I threw up at least 5 times. So, Friday, I threw up water and tea. I threw up my Thanksgiving meal. First time I didn't get everything. Then I was like, oh, I feel a little bit better. I'm going to actually, try to drink something. And carbonation ain't working for me. I don't know what I was thinking. I was, like, delirious. I was in a lot of pain. Felt like I was having a really bad period, like, really bad period cramps. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just still on my period. No, I wasn't. Yeah, we know that now. We had a freaking infection that spread into our fucking kidneys and got them enlarged. And then, yeah, when your body, I guess, when it tries to fight an infection, your spleen gets enlarged too, or something like that. So, obviously, I was in a lot of pain from that too. So, that and the shaking from me trying to fight the infection, and, like, I had a fever. I would go into, like, a state where I was just shivering. And, in the state when I was shivering, I would shake so much that I would throw up. No matter what I had in my stomach. Like, usually half the time was just water. And then one time it was water and chicken broth and apple juice. But like, I was like, Dad, I need food. And he's like, Dad, on a Saturday morning to come down and take care of me because I couldn't get up. I'm like, Dad, I can't get up. And then like, I finally, like, because George brought me clothes that night, so I had a new pair of clothes on. I had like, just a t-shirt like this. It was my Boys Don't Cry shirt. And I had a pair of shorts on. And obviously I'm not shaved or anything. And they're sticking stickers on me. And I'm like, I had to apologize because I smell really bad. I was like, I'm so sorry I smell bad. They're like, dude, no, you're sick. Like, they threw a word out there. I think she said septic, but that was just the nurse who was like examining me at first. Like, she, she took my temperature, my blood pressure. And first of all, my heart rate when I went in, they said they had to take an EKG. I was like, Dad, what's an EKG? I'm scared. And they're like, we're taking a picture of your heart. And I'm like, what? And I obviously, it's like, how old are you? I'm 16. They're like, oh. And it's kind of funny because the dog, they were like, both me and my dad went in, but my dad went in for like, he doesn't really want me to say online, but like, he went in for like a rash. That's all I'm going to disclose, from it. And, my dad, his wasn't that serious. Mine, kind of serious. They gave me an IV and stuff. They gave me fluids and antibiotics. And like, okay, we're pretty sure it's a kidney urinary tract infection. They just kept throwing the word urinary tract, so UTI. And I'm like, okay. And then, obviously, turns out that's what it was. They gave me medicine for it, made my first of all, my urine was neon orange for like 3 days. And it was kind of like, I had to go to school that Monday and I didn't have enough strength. I think I went upstairs and I slept, but I didn't have enough strength to really get up and like do stuff. And I had to tell my dad, my dad was like, Michelle, you even going? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I am. And I had to tell my friend that. She's like, dude, come on, we're gonna get our uniforms and stuff. And I'm like, and she was like, are you okay? Like, she found out that I was like in the clinic, and I'm like, because I took a picture, and I'm obviously like, hey, guess who's like might not go to school Monday? And everyone's like, are you good? And Amina's like, bitch, what the fuck happened? I'm like, I got an infection. She's like, my best friend got really concerned. I totally, because first of all, the medicine makes me loopy, and I was so confused for an entire week. I think that Friday, as soon as I got off the actual, there was a little red pill that made my urine neon orange. That made me really confused. And then, I would wake up at ungodly hour and just be like, what? And, at school, I'd be so confused. And, I'd be, on, all this medicine and be like, And then my teachers were like, you could? And I'm like, and I'm trying to focus. I'm still trying to focus. I'm still on the antibiotics. Because they gave me antibiotics. And they're like, okay, you need to take these. Yeah. The nausea medicine, my dad said, okay. Because they were talking to him about it. Because, he's the one who, it's he handles the medicine for me. Because he's parental unit, obviously. But, take the nausea medicine. Whew. So that Saturday, I took another pill. That Sunday, I took a pill. I think that Monday, I took another one, but it was later in the day. But after that, little kidney bean looking ass medicine, I was great. I was instantly my back started feeling a lot better. I think I took ibuprofen because they give you my back was hurting and stuff, and they were like, okay, we're gonna give you some ibuprofen for that. I'm like, what's ibuprofen gonna do? Because it's I have that at home. No, these pills, they're more you're only supposed to take one, and obviously I'm a good kid. I don't take multiple because I'm not addicted to painkillers. But I took one and I was like, whoa, buddy, I feel like $1,000,000. Like, I took one at my dance show just because, like, my fucking bones and my chest, they were kind of hurting a little bit. Just because, like, obviously I was a little bit nervous and my dad literally made me have a fucking panic attack. Made me have a panic attack. There we go. Is that English? I don't know. But, like, okay, so here's a little chit-chat story time. I was supposed to get picked up by my stepdad, and he was, he went to the, up in Cold Creek, because I live in Vegas, so Cold Creek is, oh my god, this cotton ball does not want to stay. That scared me a little bit. I was like, whoo, what the fuck is that noise? But Cold Creek is just like Mount Charleston, like, it's like mountainous, a little, tiny little baby town, like, no shop, like, it's like an hour away. And my dad was all like, Brian's at the cabin, who's picking you up? And I was like, wait, what? And, like, I, like, totally, like, thought he forgot about me, and I was crying, and I was like, oh my god, who's gonna drive me home? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I'm like, Dad, I literally have no money. Like, I don't plan on shit like this. I brought my own food. We're broke. I don't have money. Like, all my money was spent on, like, obviously, like, I will buy lunch at school sometimes, and for, like, an entire week I bought lunch, and I used up, like, all my money. Because I'd buy, like, a soda and chips and stuff like that. Or candy or something. Ew, I need to wash my hair, but I don't want to. Really long enough to where these kind of, like, work. I don't want to go back downstairs. Okay, first of all, my brother fucking made mac and cheese. And he literally made nothing but macaroni and cheese. And I'm like, I gotta have something with this. So I made broccoli. Because I've been eating really bad lately. And I'm like, I need to eat something healthy or else I'm gonna die. I just got back from a clinic. Like our neighbors moving and stuff. It's been like, what? About a week since I went to go actually see a doctor about my infection. And I didn't know I had one until they told me. And first of all, they took a pregnancy test without even telling me. And I'm like, okay. Like, obviously, they have to check. Because I'm like 16. I'm like, I ain't sexually active. My dad's like, yeah, they took a pregnancy test. Good news, you're not pregnant. And I'm like, he's like, I trust that you're not pregnant. But, like, yeah, use a condom. And I'm like, okay, thanks, Dad. Because he's pretty chill with shit like that. Like, he said he doesn't care as long as, I use protection and don't have a kid yet, don't get a disease. And that's, I guess, what they were checking for if I was pregnant, because obviously that would cause the back pain and the nausea and stuff like that. Maybe not so much the back pain, that might just, I'm like, yeah. First, I told the guy, I'm like, I mean, other than, like, scoliosis, like, that's pretty much the only real problem I have. And he's like, oh, you have scoliosis? And I'm like, yeah, it's not the, like, cause I've grown out of it. I'm like, yeah, I had it when I was like, 6, and it's like, they were like, yeah, she'll probably grow out of it. It's still there, like, y'all know what I mean, like, it's still there, technically, but it's not to a severe degree. Like, some people, like, it's so bad that they're, like, completely deformed, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not like that. Like, my back will hurt, my shoulders are uneven, but, like, as you can kind of tell a little bit, I'm not really, it's not that it causes pain, but it's like, it's to a very, very, now. But back when I was younger, like, especially in middle school, because that's when I was growing and getting taller, like, I would be in so much pain because of it. And the doctors were all like, oh my god, you have it? And I'm like, yeah. And then, yeah, oh. But yeah, that was just the guy who gave me the ultrasound. It's kind of funny. He was like cheering me up, and I'm like, dude, I felt like $1,000,000 because they gave me like a bunch of saline and antibiotics in my IV. And I felt instantly, I felt better because when they gave me a nausea pill and they gave me saline and water solution to get fluids in me. And I was very grateful for that because I told him I was like, I threw up water like twice this morning. I threw up into the trash can again. So, like the third time I threw up. And then my brother was all like, Michelle, you threw up in the trash can? What do you mean again? And my dad's like, George, the first time I was the one who cleaned it up. Although that was like the one of the first times I like threw up in ages. Like I've been blessed not to have problems like that. Like my brother, he was like dry heaving one time, but just cause like I don't know, he had something wrong with him, and the lining in his stomach was like getting all fucked up because I don't know, his diet was bad or something like that. I don't know. He got really sick one time. And yeah, he had to go on a special diet, like no acids or spicy foods for like a month or two. And then they could slowly introduce him back into his diet. It was like the lining, and it was like, he was just like, it was all fucked up or something like that, and it was burning him, and he would just throw up anything he ate or drank. So I'm like, oof. And then even like he said he would dry heave, and I was like, where you're like actually like, but nothing's coming out except maybe some bile. Not gagging, like I will gag. But it's like, okay, first of all, at the hospital, I was like, Dad, I might actually throw up. And they like got me a puke bag and everything, like, if you throw up in there. And I'm like, it's probably just gonna be water, but okay. And like I was literally like I was about to run to a trash can to like throw up some water, and like they were like, eat this or put it on your tongue and let it dissolve, and I'm like ooh, all like kind of like fucking loopy because I have a fucking high fever and all this shit's going on, and I'm like ah, and pill made me feel better, but it's like I was like before that I was like like clenching, trying to get it out, and there's nothing in there because it emptied out already that morning. Well, there's probably applesauce in there, but like you know that feeling where it's like you got everything out of your stomach, you're just like and it still wants to throw up, but it's like everything tightens and you're like, oh god, and like nothing's coming out. You're just like, yeah, my stepmom, or old stepmom, my little sister's mother, that happened to her a lot because she couldn't physically throw up easily. That kind of shit would happen to her, so yeah. My nails, because like look how long they are, but at the same time I'm like, project due, and I haven't read Moby Dick yet. I'm like almost 100 pages in, and I'm like, there's like 600 pages. So guess who's reading a lot of Moby Dick tonight? And I wanted to do a live stream because I'm like really fucking bored. Like I don't want to read Moby Dick right now. Like I don't want to know how affectionate he is with Queequeg, and first of all, he's roasting Queequeg's ass. He was like, he has tattoos all over his face, all over his body, and he's like roasting Queequeg. Ishmael is, and he's like, he has like no hair and he's so ugly. And I was like, oh my god, dude, what the fuck? You're like making fun of this poor guy. And now it's like, oh, he's from. First of all, I'm like reading the PDF and it's like really bad print. So like some words will be like an R will look like a K because some of it didn't print properly, and then they just like scanned it and put it on a PDF, and I'm just reading it for free online. So it's like Rococo, and I'm like, what? First of all, this project is due on Wednesday for English. Reading Moby Dick. I don't even know the captain's name yet. But like they just got to Nantucket. First of all, it's kind of weird that I know what Nantucket is. I just know that. It's like Nantucket. Oh, that's this place, and I'm like, oh my god. It's like I was reading the one novel that Edgar Allan Poe did. First of all, that novel's kind of boring. Honestly, not the best book I read, but it's pretty good. But it's like, I mean, there's better books out there. Definitely The Secret Garden I would regard as better than that. Secret Garden is such a good book. Oh my god. I loved that book. In the end, it's like, oh my god, I think his name was Colin. He like, cause like his dad was like a hunchback, and then he was like, I'm gonna be a hunchback. So he never got out of bed, and he never had any strength, cause he would always be in pain in quotations. But they made him think he was in pain. All the son's always fucking a pale ass motherfucker. But they would go into the secret garden, and it's kind of sad, cause like his mother died in that garden. Like she fell off of a fucking tree, out of a fucking tree, and hit her head or something, and like she survived like a day, but then like it's like, yeah, no, her injuries are too severe. She's just gonna die. So she died. And I was like, oh my heart, and I cried at that part. I'm like a 9, 10-year-old reading this, and I'm like, oh my god. And it's kind of funny because like I read the book a few times actually. It was pretty freaking good. And I still regard it as one of my favorite books. And I read it to my little sister. And she's like, okay. But she'd like fall asleep before I'd finish, but like no, super duper long. Look at how long that bitch is. I was told by an ex of mine that when you play guitar, oh, if you have long nails, it's easier to like pick the strings, and you could do finger picking and use it as a pick. I'm like, bitch, long nails and guitar don't fucking mix. Like this, oh yeah, you know, for this hand maybe. This hand, yeah, no. I don't know how my friend does it. She has like long nails and she like plays cello. I'm sorry, I have two friends, kinds of friends in orchestra. I have the ones who play cello, MJ and Isabella, and then I have the one who plays violin, and that's my friend. I think she might have gotten first violin or first chair, something like that. I don't know. Ugh. That's funny. I was always kind of led to believe by like memes in quotation, like band memes and stuff. It's like, like first chair. I'm assuming from what that is, it's first of all, I was always led to believe, oh, it's the band director's favorite. Like, no, you have to audition for it. And I'm first sorry for my gesticulations. That's a fun word, gesticulation. My wild gesticulations. Such wild gesticulations. That was in Telltale Horrors, I think. He's like, my wild gesticulations, and like he's acting like a madman. Really, dude? I mean, by these memes that, oh, it's the band director's favorite, you know, like all this bad shit about first chair. And then I'm like, or yeah, first chair, something like that. I think that's what it's called. I don't know, because we don't have that in choir. Because you know what? We have a director, and he keeps the time, and we watch him for our cues. Obviously, we should know it, but like, it's like, okay. So if we need help on something, he will help us. Choir. Woo! I realized something. I have to lose weight. First of all, I have my strength back so I can actually lose weight now. But I had to fit in the dress a little bit better because last time, like, So pretend I'm in a bra. The dress, the little hem, the top where it's supposed to go under your boobs is like in the middle of where my boobs are. And I'm like, bitch, that ain't supposed to happen. To be like it is, but it do. Sometimes it don't seem like it should be like that, but it. Whatever. I can't English right now. It's not even late. It was like maybe at most like 7:30 right now. 8:30 maybe. I have to take my medicine soon. 9 because of school and stuff, and I'm like, with that like pill taking schedule, and I'm like, because I take it like right before I go to school, just so it's like, okay, in 6 hours I can take it again. And then I take one obviously like 8 o'clock before I go to bed, like around this time. The pills make you tired. But yeah. Project and turn it in. It is. I only have like one slide and it's due at like midnight. And my teachers are like, oh, it's due December 3rd because obviously we have his class tomorrow. So if we get it in tonight, it's like he'll like obviously like look over it, and then it's like, okay. Yeah. There's a big ass bruise right where I fucking banged my knee and I scraped it really bad during the dance show. And like I went to the bathroom like right before, because like we literally were like, it's 30, we were 21 and 35, like our class that we were dance to. So those were our numbers, and there was like maybe 46 dances. The 40s. Not about 46, 45. Around there, and it's like we were 35, so like obviously I went to the bathroom, but the dances are like a minute at most, maybe a minute 30 for the like dance one, but like a minute for like all the other dances, maybe a minute 15. Like it's like we were a little bit shorter and they're a little bit longer than us, but like dance team and stuff, they obviously had like the longer ones, and those were just like once in a blue moon. And I think, yeah, it was like everything went by pretty freaking quick. Like, I'm gonna say. I was late, and I went into the bathroom, and I'm like, oh shit. Because it was like right after, and like me and Elizabeth were like, oh my god, I had to pee. And I'm like, fuck, dude, we're going on right now. And I'm like, shut up, smile. And like, she's in pain too. Because I don't know, she got hurt or something, and I just scraped my knee during that one dance, that like our last dance. And I went to the bathroom, and I like went to go like wipe my knee, and I'm like, oh my god, it's bleeding. And I'm like, it's official, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into a dance show. Because obviously that mental breakdown. Turns out my stepdad was coming back. He watched the show. He liked it. And then, you know what's funny? He was like, do you want, like, food or something? And I'm like, yes, please, because you guys made me throw up my dinner, pretty much. That is my dad. I'm gonna go put pants on and do, dishes, because my brother made mac and cheese.